Hello, you four. Welcome to your last flipped classroom for computing. This lesson is all about changing your backdrop. Sometimes you normally do this first, but I thought it was important for you to understand how to get the coding done and the sequencing and the repetition of your game, and also adding a variable. I think they're more important skills than just adding a backdrop. But we're going to kind of finalize our game now. And you're going to learn with me to how to change a backdrop during your game. Because normally when you play a game, you've got a background that you play a game on, and when the game ends, there's normally a different screen that comes up. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. And the reason why it's important to understand the coding first is because you're going to need to use them skills to help you change the background. So I'm going to share the screen with you. And this is the game that I've been making over the last few weeks, few videos. And you can see here, let's just recap some of the things that we've done. So when the green button is clicked, I started my questions, my score got set to 0. And then if my question was answered correctly, the cat would say, "Good job, that's correct." And then my score would go up by 1. However, if it was a different answer, so if it was something else, it would say that's not correct, and my score would go down by 1. And then I repeated that sequence to add my next question. I'm getting myself set up just to show you how to do that again before we move on to the background. Over here on the right hand side of my screen here, we looked at the how to add our variables. We've got 2 variables. We've got one that changes the time and one that changes the score. So this one over here is purely for time. So when we press this, the time sets back to 0, and then it changes by +1. So that means it goes up by 1 and then waits 1 second before doing it again. And it does that 60 times, because in this game, you only have 60 seconds to score as many points as you can. Now I've put wait for 3 seconds at the bottom there, and we're going to come on to that in a minute. But I was thinking to myself, because this game is a timed game, maybe we shouldn't be waiting for the next question to come up. Maybe we should make that just for 1 second. Maybe we should make that for just 1 second, and then we don't want to wait any seconds. And we can see how that goes when we start playing the game. So just to show you again, what I've just done there is called debugging. Okay, we're changing the game to make it more effective, to make so it's not as hasn't got as many bugs in it. Because if we showed this game to people may complain that there's too many seconds to wait between each question. So it's very difficult to answer. To get big scores. Anyway, here's my next question. It's asked, in which year was the Battle of Hastings? I've already got my if and then, so I then go to my operations and I put my equal sign in here. And if the answer is equal to 1066, because that was a year it happened, many years ago, we put answer in there. Then my cat is going to say, for 1 second, "Great job. You are a history legend." It's a history question. And then after that, we can see that my variables, I'm going to change my score by 1. Okay, well, I'll put that above. And then else. So I change my score. Now we have to go down. And this will become quite a big list once you start doing the whole making your game. And the great thing is you can ask any type of question you'd like. So I'm going to change my score to that, and my cat is now going to think, because my one thinks when you get something wrong. Oh, go back to school. That's a good one. Okay, and then the next question will come on after that. So we're going to we're just going to test that first now to see how that works. So how many colors in the rainbow? 7. Good job, that's correct. Good, the questions are coming up a lot quicker now. You can see that within 5 seconds I could go, what is the name of the star that orbits the Earth? Let's put in the wrong answer here, so check if that variable is still working. Good, it's not right, and it's taken a point off. Which year was the Battle of Hastings? 1066. Great job, you are a history legend. Now, obviously, I'd add more questions to that. Now, I'm going to show you how to do your backdrop. So once you've done all of that, you can keep on going, write as many questions as you can, and make sure they're educational questions. And what we can do now is we can now going to show you how to change the backdrop. So at the moment, it's quite a plain screen. We want to change that. So I go down to here where it says backdrops, and it comes up. I can draw my own. If I go to paint, I can get a surprise. That means it gives me a random one. Or if I've got a picture that I wanted to use that I've downloaded off the internet or I've got on my computer, I can upload a backdrop from my hard drive. So, but for ease sake, I'm going to choose a backdrop, and I think I'm going to choose this one, which says concert. Now you can see that my backdrop has changed. It looks more exciting than that white background. Okay, so that's the stage. Now, if you click on stage down here, you can actually put codes into the stage and make it do different things, change color or whatever. But I'm not going to show you that just yet today. That's something maybe you can play around with in your own time. If you click onto the backdrops tab here, you can see a bit like a PowerPoint presentation. This is slide 1. This is slide 2. We don't want slide 1 anymore. We don't want it in that position. So we can just drag that up and put that one into the top one. This one here, we can maybe change, we can get rid of it because we don't want it. And then we're going to add another backdrop. I like this one. I'm going to change it to this neon tunnel. And in this neon tunnel, I'm going to write some text here, and I'm going to write it in big letters, game over. Because when the game finishes, we need to change our title screen. Now here I can change the, if I click on it, I can change the size just by dragging it like that. Let's make it really big. And you can see where it will come in our game over here. The color of it is red. Let's leave it like that. We can change the text of it. Let's make it a little bit pixelated like a proper computer game. So now I've made 2 different backdrops. Now what I need to do, I need to code them. So I click on my sprite, and I'm going to click an event. So when that's clicked, we're going to looks, we're going to switch the backdrop to the previous backdrop. Okay, so that's the one before. Now, when the game finishes, we need to change our backdrop to this one. So I'm going to wait 3 seconds. I'm then going to add a sound. Now I could record myself saying game over, which I'm going to do, but you probably won't hear it on the video. So we're going to play a sound. I'm going to record it. Let's move. Okay, so you can see here when I'm speaking, you can see the green line. That means it's picking up my voice. So let's say game over in a really funny computer way. You ready? Game over. And I can play that. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to click save. Okay, and you can do some, you can make it sound like a robot. That sounds really good. So I'm going to keep that game over. Okay, when I go to my coding now for my sprite, we're gonna play that one. Okay, I'm then also going to change the looks. So I'm now going to change the backdrop to the neon tunnel, and then that should come up as game over when we finish the game. So let's see if it works. We're going to have to wait a minute because that's how long the game goes on for. So we press this. Okay, we're back to our screen. How many colors in the rainbow? 7. I'll tell you what, let's stop. Let's put it into full screen mode. That's it. Oh, right, here we go. So press green. How many colors are in the rainbow? 7. Good job, that's correct. What is the name of the star that Earth orbits? It's called the Sun. What a wizard. Woohoo! In which year was the Battle of Hastings? 1066. Great job, you're a history legend. And of course, now I haven't, because I haven't put any more questions into my sequencing, that's it. That's all it's going to do. It's now going to run until my variable gets to 60, because that's what I programmed it to do. So I'm going to carry on talking until we get there, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it does work. Anyway, so we've got 20 more seconds left, but as you can see with this game, you can just add so many more questions to this, and it makes it really exciting. You try and beat your own score, your next score. I mean, this is just very basic what I've done. You can actually make your sprite move every time you get a question correct. You could have obstacles coming in. Right, let's have a look. Let's see what's going on. Wait 3 seconds. There you go. I'm quite pleased with that. The game over screen didn't change as quickly as I would like to have done. So then I go back to the board and I have a look at it. But that's pretty much the game. Okay. And like I said, you can do so much more. You can change the color of your sprite. You can make it move every time. You could, if you wanted to, have a game where the answers fall down from the sky and you have to move your sprite to pick the right one up. You've now learned the skills of how to do some of the coding. So explore with it, discover, be curious about it, right? And make your own projects. You can do it over the summer holidays. If you've got nothing else to do, try making a new game. It's good fun. It takes up a bit of time, and you're learning how to be a computer technician at the end of the day. So I know so many of you like video games. Maybe it could be something that you look forward to as a career in the future. You know, we are surrounded by technology. It's going to be very important. Everything you use, you know, computer games, mobile phones, there's always some sort of coding that goes into these apps and into these technologies. So it's really good, and you're really lucky and fortunate that you're able to learn this stuff at such a young age. So please, 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 look back at all the videos that I've done if you want to. Sorry, that's my daughter. And have a good one. See you next time, guys. Bye.